Welcome back to another episode of Teen Mom Tuesdays. This week I'm going to do a little recap on the latest episode of Teen Mom 2, Season 9, Episode 26, Normal Parents. Kel just got back from Hawaii a few weeks ago, and Lux's birthday is coming up. She's been planning it for a while, and she talks to Chris, and Chris has not been a fan of the cameras. He does not want the birthday party to be filmed, but then he says, Kel talks to him and he says that the party can be filmed, but he says he's not going to go. He's going to have his own party for Lux separately. Then eventually he does decide to come. Like, he feels bad that he can't be there for Lux, so he does end up coming. Kel just has to talk to her producers and tell them that they cannot film Chris at all. She basically pulled her producer aside and was like, Chris basically said he would spit on anyone holding a camera if they pointed at him. So I want him to come, but you guys can't film him driving up, you can't film him leaving, nothing. Like, is this cool? And her producer, they really worked very well with Kale. She was just like, that's fine. We want Lux's dad to be able to be here for his birthday, so we'll make it work. We won't film him at all. So he was there, we just didn't see it. Moving on to Brianna. So Brianna, she does tell us, hey, yeah, so Lewis did end up texting about not being there for his daughter Stella's birthday party. He apparently texted Brianna and Brianna's mom a sob story about how he's sorry he hasn't been, doing a better job of being a dad, and he hasn't been around, and that, he's gonna do better. All we can do is hope for the best. Brianna goes to Long Island to visit John because he invites her. He says, when's the last time you come to see me? I'm always going to see you. So she says, fine, even though she thinks it's not really the same because she has to bring 2 kids along with her, and traveling with 2 kids is a lot different than traveling by yourself. Anyway, she goes because he's having this family party, and she felt obligated to go. And she didn't really have a lot of fun at the party. She really said she just felt alone. And to be honest, I am tired of what they have going on. Brianna seems like she's unhappy. She says she's tired of doing long distance. I'm tired of watching the same thing over and over with them. So I think they just need to figure it out one way or another, Leah was disappointed Jeremy didn't come to Hawaii, but he did have work. She expressed that she's tired of feeling confused by what's been going on with them. They haven't gone out to dinner to talk about it yet because he's been really busy with work, but hopefully we get to the bottom of what's going on with them soon. Leah signed Allie up for a summer camp for people with muscular dystrophy, and Allie got in, so she was, they were preparing for her to go to this camp, and without her sister, it's just going to be her for 1 week. And so everyone was really nervous and emotional about it, but knowing she's gonna have such a good time, and it's really gonna be so good for her to be able to be in a place with other kids who are just like her. So everyone's also really excited for her to have this experience. So I can't wait to hear about it next week when she comes back. We got to see Chelsea do some designing in this episode. She was meeting with the boutique Glory Bells to do this design. They're working on a flannel as their first piece, and it was really cool to be able to kind of see some of this process. The other big thing that happened in this episode for her was it was Aubrey's first day of 4th grade, so they all took her to do the school drop-off, and it's just they're growing up so fast. Jade's been dealing with a lot of family drama. It really comes out in this episode. Her dad stayed over and slept on her couch because her parents were fighting. Anyways, Jade's mom hits her up and says she wants to, have dinner with Jade and Chloe. And Jade's like, yeah, with whose money? you can just tell like there's a little bit of unbalance, and you know, her and her mom get in this huge fight, but she ends up saying like, oh yeah, come over for dinner, and then her mom was really late, and so she ends up canceling on her, getting in another really big fight. She just says she wished she just had normal parents and she didn't have to, you know, sometimes be the responsible one in the situation, and that she should be able to have parents that she could, you know, really turn to. This is really real stuff that Jade's dealing with. She's going through a lot right now. You know, Sean hasn't even been asking to see Chloe either, so that's pretty sad. So, you know, I really hope things start to work out a little bit better for her, because it seems like she just has a lot on her plate right now, especially with the family stuff. Not a lot happened in this episode, but you know, the reunion's coming up, and it was actually just filmed this past weekend, and I've heard a lot of drama went on. And as always, I just want to end the video with one thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for every single one of you guys who have watched me talk about Teen Mom. Whether you're a fan of Teen Mom or not, thank you for watching. Join the discussion and let me know what you thought of this episode. Bye!